All right, we've got some news here on Tesla and the NTSB, National Transportation Safety Board. This article says Tesla was kicked off, and that may be the case, or they may have left before they had a chance to kick them off, or they're saying they were going to be kicked off, and that's why Tesla left early, or some combination, who knows what. Let me know what you think. But anyway, the bottom line here is that NTSB is still mad, as I made a video like a week or so ago, that Tesla released AutoPilot information without them allowing Tesla to release AutoPilot information. And of course, Tesla thinks we're in a new era. They're doing things differently, as they always do. And that information needs to be transparent and happen very rapidly. And NTSB is still, back in the Stone Ages, the Dark Ages. Do you think that's the case here? I kind of think that's a lot of what's going on here. But it also points out to the fact that we've got a lot more information than we previously did with these car crashes, and we can get the information instantaneously. And I believe NTSB holds this stuff for like a year or so. So, that could be an exponential increase in whatever's going on in that period of time. So I think that's what Tesla's point is. Whether they're trying to cover something up with that, I don't know. But, they said that, let's see here. Here talks about where Tesla released everything. And Tesla, in a statement late Wednesday, suggested the company chose to leave the probe. And it says here, Tesla withdrew from the party agreement with NTSB because it requires that we did not release information about AutoPilot, which they already did right away, a requirement which we believe fundamentally affects public safety negatively, and that we believe in transparency, so an agreement prevents public release information for over years unacceptable. What do you think about that? I do think that, look, if they've got this information, it's not a mystery. We are in a new era. Let's face it. We're going into self-driving vehicles. We're going to have to get the stuff quickly, and they're going to have to make decisions. The public needs to know what these systems are capable of and what they're not. And let's see here. Walter Huang, a 38-year-old who died last month. It says that Tesla said that Model X driver's hands weren't on the steering wheel for 6 seconds prior to the crash, and he was unhappy with that. And let's see, over the weekend, okay. Yeah, there was a thing about legal action possibly by Huang's family. That's been in the news, and whether that happens or not, we don't know, but they're definitely considering that. Tesla responded to a local television appearance by his family, saying the only explanation for the crash was that he was not paying attention to the road despite the car providing multiple warnings to do so. And what do you think about that? I think that that's right, because it's a beta system. He has to sign off as a beta system. Now, NTSB or whoever regulates all this stuff allows beta systems on roads. So if you want to go to somebody and blame somebody, I guess that's who you blame, right? Maybe because of all this, NTSB will start to disallow beta systems. Who knows? That could be something that's going on here. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments about that. And let's see. Tesla said it was withdrawing from the so-called party agreement. Was likely a preemptive move to get ahead of NTSB announcing that the agency was giving Tesla the boot. So that's about it from this article, I believe. Let's see. Talking about prior ejections. There's other companies that got ejected as well, such as American Airlines, UPS, in some previous similar type circumstances of a disagreement. Now, this article is more recent. They don't mention anything about AutoPilot or Tesla being kicked off. Let's see. Or do they mention that? No, I don't think so. Says the automaker's unusual step, and this is the point of this one here, means that it may not be privy to some of the information obtained by investigators before it's made public. Okay, great. I think they already know all the information. Let's put it that way. They've got all these sensors and connections to the internet and everything. What don't they know, really? Now, here's an important thing. It says Walter Huang died last month, prompting investigations. Yes. Tesla said in a statement that it withdrew. Okay, we got that. And there was a thing here also about, where was it? Just dissemination of information. Okay. It says here, Huang's family hired law firm Minami Tamaki LLP to explore legal options. The firm said its preliminary review of the crash suggested AutoPilot was defective, and it had uncovered complaints by other Tesla drivers of navigational errors by the system. Yes, I can relate to that. Yes, of course. Yes. Tell me something we don't know. Defective, I don't know. Beta, yes. I think that's the issue. Is a beta system allowed on public roads? That's the question here, I think. Let me know. Do you think that's the question? So Okay, it says here that Tesla said Huang had activated autopilot and was in operation at the time of the crash. The company said vehicle logs showed no action had been taken by Huang before the crash, and that it received multiple warnings to put its hands on the wheel. By sympathizing, they said that they were well aware that autopilot was not perfect, and specifically he had told them it was not reliable in that exact location. But nonetheless, he engaged autopilot, a beta system. It seems to me that the fault here is on Huang. I'm sorry that he's not alive anymore, but that seems pretty obvious to me. Whether some judge rules something differently, I don't know. But if a beta system isn't working, he knows it's not working. Tesla's never told them that they did any fixes or made it work. I mean, that would be a question here. I don't think they ever did. They never tell anybody. That's the thing. They never tell anybody what actually works and what doesn't work because it's a beta system. I guess that's all the lawyers, right? Making sure that Tesla doesn't do that. Well, then use it at your own risk. And he did use it at his own risk, and he is now dead. And I'm sure that the people who are funding this lawsuit are probably competitors in the self-driving industry. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below also. And I think that's about it. I mean, here's the bottom line. Tesla said the autopilot system always reminds drivers to be alert and have hands on the wheel. That's it. It's a driver assistance system. It's not a let go and let it do its thing. It's a beta system. It's very risky if you do it. I mean, I do it from time to time, but I understand what the risks are. It'll be interesting to see what is decided in this legal case, if anything goes to court over it. But let's do our own little trial here in the public.